Are y'all trying to, like, just make me mad with this top 5 quarterback list? I think that's what you're trying to do, because there's no way you could sit here and tell me that Jalen Hurts is not a top 5 quarterback in this league. There's no way. There's no way. I don't want to talk football with you if you don't have Jalen Hurts in the top 5. Because this is my issue. This is my one issue. You're quick to throw Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, top 4. That's fine. I don't have any problem with that. I have no problem with that. The only problem I have one problem with it. I have one little tiny problem with it. You won't put Hurts number 5 because you're talking about statistically and all that. It's not all about winning and all that. That's fine. That's fine. But you put Mahomes number 1 for that. Why? Because he was 8th in QBR last year. He wasn't even top 6 in passing yards last year. We haven't seen a good statistical season from Mahomes in 3 years. Since he beat us in the Super Bowl. That's when Jalen Hurts finished to him number 2 in MVP voting. Which, if Jalen Hurts would have played the last 2 games, he would have won MVP. But that's fine. Neither here nor there. But you know why Mahomes is arguably number 1? Because he wins game. We know at the end of the day, he's going to be in the Super Bowl. Regardless of who the fuck he has out there, we know he's going to win and be there. And it's the same thing with Jalen Hurts. You try to discredit him because he has a good team. What the fuck team wins that isn't good? Because he's asked to go out there and do something that a lot of other quarterbacks don't do with good teams. How many fucking Josh Allen teams were great? How many Lamar Jackson teams were great? How many 49ers teams were great that we seen loaded from head to shoulders? The Jimmy Garoppolo team, the Brock Purdy team, loaded from head to shoulders that cannot deliver on the big stage. I see my man Hurts outplay Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl. I don't have any Super Bowl footage on Josh Allen. I don't have any Super Bowl footage on Lamar Jackson. But you know what I do know? You know what I do know for a fact? Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. My man Hurts has more Super Bowl appearances than all 3 of them combined. My man Hurts has more Super Bowl wins than all 3 of them combined. My man Hurts has more Super Bowl MVPs than all 3 of them combined. How many fucking times do we got to watch Josh Allen choke every year in the playoffs? Lamar Jackson choke every year in the playoffs. We fucking suck off Joe Burrow from his 1 season getting to a fucking Super Bowl where that team was fucking stacked. That Bengals team was stacked. But we praise Joe Burrow. He didn't even make the fucking playoffs last year. And I'm not saying I'm not saying Hurts is better than them 4 quarterbacks. I'm not saying that. I think there's things that he does better than them top 4 quarterbacks. I would argue he has a better deep ball than Lamar Jackson. I would say he's better at pre-snap than any quarterback in the NFL. And I'm not just saying that. Go look at Peyton Manning and break down the tape. But yous are so quick to discredit Jalen Hurts because he has a good GM that put a good team around him. Yous argue, well, Saquon, the only reason you got the Super Bowl because of Saquon. No, we got there 2 years ago. And we lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. You know why? Because our defensive coordinator was worried about getting a fucking head coaching job for the fucking shitty Cardinals instead of preparing for the Super Bowl. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to argue this. I'm not. You have your own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It's just certain shit. You can talk football with some people and certain people you can't. You just can't. I don't give a fuck if you rank him 32nd. 33rd. I don't give a fuck. You don't put him on the list. I don't give a fuck. But to have a real conversation, there's no way Jalen Hurts isn't a top 5 quarterback. His resume alone, he's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. He has 2 Super Bowl appearances, a Super Bowl MVP, an All-Pro, and we're just getting started. We're just getting started. So I don't care. Rank them where the fuck you want to rank them, but I'm not having this debate with anybody who don't got them in the top 5. It's worthless. It's not even. You want to put Jane Daniels in there? You want to put Jane Daniels in the top 5? Put Jane Daniels in the top 5. I don't care. Because I see what my man did to him. And then you even argue that, like, those 4 are the best quarterbacks. Go look at the head-to-head record. Jalen Hurts against all of them. Did Lamar Jackson ever beat Hurts? No. But Hurts beat Lamar. Did Joe Burrow ever beat Hurts? No. But Jalen Hurts beat Joe Burrow. Did Josh Allen ever beat Jalen Hurts? No. But Jalen Hurts beat Joe Burrow. What's the record head-to-head with Mahomes and Jalen Hurts? It's 2-1. You know who's up? Jalen Hurts. You know who's going to go back-to-back next year in the Super Bowl? Jalen Hurts. Top five. Fuck is you talking about?